The town was quiet, too quiet. Nestled between dark hills, it felt forgotten. The townsfolk kept to themselves, their eyes wary, their smiles thin. They whispered about the library. The old stone building stood at the end of Whispering Pines Road, shrouded in shadow even on the sunniest days. No one went there, not anymore, not since the disappearances. They said the library was haunted, that the whispers heard in the stacks were not the rustle of pages, but the pleas of lost souls. Some said it was a portal, a gateway to somewhere dark and cold. Whatever the truth, the library remained a looming presence in the silent town, a silent warning to stay away. Maggie was different. New to town, she didn't know the stories. Or maybe she didn't care. She saw the library and saw not fear, but adventure. The building with its Gothic architecture and overgrown ivy called to her. One crisp autumn afternoon, she decided to see it for herself. The sun was setting, casting long shadows across the lawn as she approached. A shiver ran down her spine, but she ignored it. She reached for the heavy oak door, its iron handle cold beneath her touch. The door creaked open, as if inviting her in. The air inside was stale and cold, thick with the smell of dust and decay. Light filtered in through grimy windows, illuminating the towering bookshelves that lined the walls. Maggie took a hesitant step inside, her footsteps echoing in the silence. She ran her fingers along the spines of the books, their titles barely visible in the dim light. Then she heard it. A whisper, soft and low, coming from the back of the library. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. The whisper came again, closer this time. "Help me," it said. The voice was filled with a sadness so profound it made Maggie's eyes well with tears. She followed the sound, deeper into the library's shadowy heart. The whispers grew louder as Maggie ventured further into the stacks, a chorus of voices begging for release. The hair on the back of her neck stood on end. She turned a corner and stopped dead in her tracks. There in the dim light stood a figure. Tall and gaunt, it was shrouded in shadow, its features indistinguishable. Books tumbled from the shelves around it, falling like rain. Maggie gasped, her breath catching in her throat. The figure turned towards her, and a pair of eyes, glowing with an eerie light, met hers. Fear, sharp and cold, shot through her. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. She turned to run, but it was too late. The figure lunged, its shadowy arms outstretched, and Maggie was enveloped in darkness. The whispers, now deafening, seemed to rejoice as she vanished into the shadows, another lost soul claimed by the library on Whispering Pines Road. The library was silent once more.